damn it. Wow, god damn it. All right, welcome everybody to United Broke Overwatch Season 6. We're back. We just had a match. The Houston Flames took on the Pittsburgh Phantoms. If you didn't see that, please go ahead and check it out after this match, because tonight we also have the Dallas Vanguard taking on the Washington Rebellion. I am going to be casting tonight. I am Ajax/DadSoupCan, and with me, we've got Johan. Johan, I'm kind of excited to see these teams. I'm not going to lie.
I'm also very excited to see these teams. This is, in my opinion, this is going to be a very interesting game. We can see where the whole season is going to be panning out based off this game. We can see what these teams are going to be looking forward to. I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
I think very hyped. Kind of one of the things that you just said, we can see the big pathway for these teams. You're absolutely right. These two teams specifically have a lot of questions surrounding them. And I think this first game will tell us a lot. And I hope that it is a good game. We are going to start off on Ilios. I believe Dallas banned Antarctica and Washington banned Busan. So we find ourselves on Lighthouse, starting things off.
Yeah, I think starting this game out, I would predict we maybe see Ana Brig coming out from both sides here. We'll see. Or we've seen the Juno Brig coming out. Classic comp from the previous season.
A very classic comp. For Dallas as well. This is something that they have run a lot of. Log and Zach have a lot of history together, especially, with the Dallas franchise. So this is not something new. Maybe the Hog could be new coming out from Zach. But over on to Washington, this is the first time in a long time they've been in Ruby. So this is kind of a newer idea. They are running that classic on a Brig. So we'll have to see how these two teams go up against each other.
Yeah, I think for sure we're seeing Dallas play very fast with this Winston and the Brig Juno. They want to play fast engages, and the team comp coming out of the other team comp is very much more of a slow poker style. Here we see Dallas with the engage, big bubble, lost damage. Monkey gets slept. What a great sleep from Liam there.
Liam is an amazing support. Has a huge anti and a sleep on the Zach. Eviscerates him. Dyer goes down, but Strider's kind of striking back on
trade.
Yeah, probably not going to be enough to swing it, unfortunately, but that is going to be some early percentage out for Washington.
Indeed. Yeah, as I was saying that, I think this team comp is going to be coming very down to how well can they respond to these hits from Dallas, because if they can respond well to these hits, it can turn the game for sure. Like, they just need to be able to take these hits and then make sure they live throughout them and then respond with a pick of their own. We'll see. I agree.
You absolutely saw that last fight. Zach went in. They had that quick dive from Strider Zach, but instantly there was an anti, a sleep out from Liam. You saw CP drop up back to the high ground to help cover. So I think this team is set up pretty well.
Yeah, you can see Washington step on this high ground. They want to control this space. They want to control this high ground using this range they have with the Cass and the Soldier. We see CP3 contesting the point here on the Diva. Dallas have gotten the flip over. We'll see if they try to force an engage here, or I think they may be trying to bug onto the point here. We see Moto dropping down as well.
Ooh,
Horseman comes out from Strider.
Slide, it gets nothing.
Agrigas get the pick. CP3, big bomb onto the Winston of Dallas.
Moto taking a kick just to kind of finish up the fight. Get another one. And this is big for Houston because, Houston. Last game, Washington. This is big because they really only spent bomb. And then if you look over, Pulse Bomb can get a massive amount of value if unchecked. But Strider, unfortunately, was a little too wide. And so, not very expensive. Washington, 3 ults in the wake. Dallas, really only 2.
Something interesting here is Dyer's coming low up on this blade. And I don't think Gunner's going to be able to find the rally in time. So, is this blade coming out? Here we see it.
See a Nano Visor.
You see the Nano Visor come out. Dyer gets one pick. Liam's going to be under pressure here from the Winston of Dallas. They're chasing the Brig here. Strider looking to get a pick onto this Brig. Can he get the pick?
Does not seem so. But now with the help of Zach, he is going to secure it. And CP is going to go out of mech. And now the percentages are tied.
So we didn't even see a blade out of the sort of Dallas here. And I said, is White Rain going to fall off the map? White Rain has just fallen off the map. That is a crazy pick. The Juno ult coming out there helped them win that fight. And it was actually clear of the Nano Visor. But CP3 still is in baby form here. Can he get this mech back? Can the mech
It's going to be hard because here comes the blade. CP down, but Dyer goes down. The Blade only really gets one. This should be an even fight for both teams.
Oh,
I think Guna might fall. Guna gets a rally pop off.
Log is very iso here.
Angrycat needs to get some care.
Primal coming back onto the point. Here comes the High Noon. High Noon being booped away by Zach. Log going on to the Primal. Angrycat takes down one, but he gets a trade. Dyer gets a trade for two.
There's no DPS on the side of Washington. We are going to see Zach contesting the point. I don't know if CP is going to have enough. Still has a remake, though, in case.
CP gets two. Oh, wow. This fight is going to be very tough.
Oh, the bomb!
God, what a bomb out of CP3. That was beautiful.
And what a good cleanup on the side of Washington. Liam getting in the kill feed as well, helping out and making sure the team stays alive. Now, there are going to be no ults onto the side of Dallas. Building up closer to that Juno ult again, but you're going to be running into another Nano Visor. So you got to be careful if you're Dallas taking which engage.
This Nano Visor is very powerful in this comp because the Monkey Bubble is the only form of mitigation they're going to have. And if the Visor can get a clear line of sight here, it can do a lot of damage.
Dyer diving onto the back line. There's not going to be a Visor because Moto goes down.
You see the bunker coming in on the right side here. Dyer is absolutely putting in the work here with Log. Two trades coming out from CP3 and Angrycat. Is it enough though at this late stage? I don't know if it is.
CP just at this point kind of holding on to any hopes. Moto's going to have to come back, and with no Visor or Nano, not really much of a hope to stall.
The touch is gone through. Gunnar coming in for the second touch.
We got a Boostio just to help stall out the point. Big anti coming out from Liam.
Big anti made, yeah. Angrycat goes down. CP3 on the ball is just a bit too late to touch. See,
but a very close round.
Indeed, a very close round. I think in this side we see the fact that Dallas are able to make the fight in their own tempo, and that's very important for this comp Dallas are playing. They want to fight when they want to fight, and they want to fight before these important supports come online from the side of Washington. And I think that's the main goal they have moving forward.
I think you're right. The tempo has been a big thing here. We've seen a lot of these fights start off with Dallas kind of on that engage, taking that first step towards this fight. And, it's gone well for some, poorly for others. But we've seen kind of this passivity from Washington. They need to be a little bit more aggressive, I think, in this comp. And I think that's what they're going to look for with Angry now over to a Tracer.
The Tracer and the Baptiste coming out, which makes me think that it could be a bit different here. We'll see how maybe the Baptiste trying to help them live through these engages from Dallas, but we shall see how it goes.
Both teams just kind of fighting already on their respective sides of the well.
Taking the left cage lane. Through the right side, walks to Winston. Gets moved back by Gunnar.
Dyer already in with Zach.
Ball comes out.
Poking out CP.
Ooh,
Zach goes down.
Out here. Takes a lot of damage early. Can they look for a trade here? Can they look for a pick, perhaps? Dyer looks like he might go down. Dyer very low.
Dyer staying alive. Got a great support. But unfortunately, Brig is going to go down. There's going to be no log on the side of Dallas. Oh, Dyer is so low. Able to sneak out. And now CP's in trouble.
Now you see me? Now you don't.
Team starting to kind of manage. Now starting to...
That was speed boost here on the side of Washington. They really do want to play quite together. They want to play punishing based off whatever the Dallas trying to do here. I think they're trying to punish the mistakes, as we saw with the Winston in the previous fight.
It's going to be a big wraparound. Strider already looking low, able to get topped up, but now Angrycat going to have to get out of dodge with the recall.
We see the bomb is coming online here, the first ultimate for either team here. Strider putting a lot of pressure onto Gunnar. Gunnar is under a lot of pressure. The Monkey's diving in. Monkey, he's on the Baptiste and the Soldier. He jumps out.
There's not going to be a Tracer on the side. Ooh, pulse on stopped by the lamp.
Baptiste is very low. Baptiste gets taken down by the Juno missiles, and so does the Brig from the Winston. No support available on the side of Washington here. Moto goes down. CP3 gets trade onto the Winston.
Gonna use the bomb to remech, and we have Angrycat now here to help.
With the force bomb in his pocket, can he do something here? Blade comes through. Angrycat's gonna disengage. The Blade forced. I think that's we take this as a fight. That's a great fight for Washington, really.
If you are Washington, you are very happy with that. Bomb, CP's been doing a great job of building up these bombs and using them at strategic moments, getting the remech and finding some pretty good value. Dire using that blade off, there's a lot of stationary targets. If you look, that BAP is a clean blade target, and so getting that out just to get another D-Mech, I don't know if you're okay with that.
Pulse bomb, massive pulse bombs come out to Log, who had the rally in his pocket. That is that.
You know, it's not going to get the value they want because it's going way past, but Window also seemingly not getting much.
Dire gets to manage to get picked with the deflection through the window. Zach finds Aggregat without his recall, perhaps. CP3 finds one trade. Can he find another trade onto the Tracer? Zach
gonna find both DPS.
Moto. 2 DPS on the side of Dallas here. Moto manages to live. He regroups with his break. CP3. We see Washington flip the point there, so they have the control. Primal Rage coming out from Dire. From Zach, sorry. Forces the rally from Gunner. Forces
Both rallies. Here's a visor.
Here's the visor.
Everybody's clicking a funny button. Somebody's gonna have to go and protect Zach over in the Winston because he is dropping. Pulse goes wide again.
Dire putting pressure onto Liam here. Is it enough? He's being marked by CP3 on the Diva. Aggregat looking to trade onto Strider, looking to find a pick.
Both DPS very low on the side of Dallas. There they both go.
Just White Ray remaining on the point. And there it is.
Bomb just to hold it off. Now we are 1-1 on Ilios. This is starting to look like a pretty good game.
I think the Baptiste pick really helped the side of Washington because they're able to stabilize a lot easier using that lamp, using the regen burst. They're able to stabilize within these team fights where they're under a lot of pressure from this Tracer Genji. I think that's the main issue here coming out of the side of Dallas. They need to find these first picks and need to coordinate extremely efficiently.
I think another good point about the BAT is that based off recent patch changes, I think 2 ago, BAT recoil got dropped significantly. So you were just firing lasers. So Liam is actually now able a bit more with his team, pump in more damage, shred Zach down, drop Dire. And so now I think, like you said, the BAP has been a very good pick for this team.
Interesting. On the side of Dallas here, we see the pick of the Zarya trying to counter this Diva, I believe. But we also see
a Widow and an Ana.
This Ana Juno comp is a very vulnerable comp which aims to play quite quickly. So we'll see how it goes. Because the Ana in this comp is very vulnerable, as the Juno is quite a hard character to peel for. Like, Juno is not the greatest appealing for the support. We'll see how they go with it. All the same for the side of Washington here. We see the dive, the bubble onto Dire, and the dive in. He's very low. He's managed to use his deflect to escape. The lamp comes out, which is a very important resource outside of Washington. We see the Washington very much stabilizing on this coast side of the point. Dire looking in for an angle. Strider
finding a nice pick.
However, the tank to slow down. Strider with two picks. Is it going to be enough though?
Dallas is still down their tank right now, so I don't know how well they're going to be able to manage. Ooh, Log comes out.
This is the benefit of this Ana, is the anti-nade, especially into this BAP brig. There is no way to fight against this anti-nade unless your Diva is down. You can't need those anti-nades anymore. There is nothing you can do. It just gives a free situation for Log to just fire those anti-nades into the team comp, and it's just devastating without Kiriko.
Now we are going to see the swap. Dallas is still running this Zarya, but to help counter it, CP is swapped over to the Monkey.
We see Strider in this comp. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders. As he did in the previous fight, he found 2 great picks. I think CP3 is going to be looking to put pressure onto the Widow here. Here we go.
Already going in.
Onto the Widow. The Widow's used the grapple hook to stay away. Missiles used by Juno.
There's a sleep and an anti.
Aggregat putting a lot of pressure onto Log.
Strider still managing to find 2, but Moto finding 2. The hit scans on both teams are able to put in massive work. Moto getting the better of it by also finding the Juno.
Indeed. And a good fight flip there. And the only ult we see come out here is the blade. And I think that blade's a bit of a...
Widow also popped sights, I believe. But, like, you know, how impactful is that one, if we're going to be honest? It's got its moments, but I don't think it's winning any team fights. Liam goes down to Strider.
Very early. I think very important here is Aggregat's pulse bomb. Can he manage to hit a pulse bomb here? It could very much change the effect of this round. Recall has been forced out of Aggregat. CP3 gets a trade, and there's the stick. Beautiful stick.
Beautiful.
There we go. And this flips the whole fight completely.
You have no DPS on the side of Dallas, and they're just going to have to back out. Strider's done with the Widow. It was doing a lot, but now that there's a Monkey in the back, you don't want to deal with it. Going over to match the Tracer again. It is going to be important. There are 4 ultimates coming online for Washington. Well, realistically, you only have 2. Both support ults for Dallas.
There's the window. And the
Look
Juno
at
coming out.
everything.
Big missiles. None comes out from the Baptiste. Here's the visor and the rally.
Liam goes down, probably doing an anti.
They're all so low on the side. Zach is so low for Dallas.
Wall goes down, they only have
trade
White Rain left.
No stops on the side of Dallas here.
I believe no
Managed to
subs.
get a pick onto Moto.
I don't think there's subs on either side right now. It is just CP and Angry Cat versus the DPS of Dallas. Both DPS on Dallas are looking low.
The lamp is forced. Very early lamp here. Strider's putting in the stall here.
But the recall has been forced, and so now I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to make it. But with support of his team, he's going to be fine. Dire are going to swap over to a Reaper to help counter this Monkey, and White Rain going over to the Moira.
Indeed. I think with this Moira is main thing more of a fast comp, and I think they're trying to brawl more accurately in this fight. What a great engage here from the side of Dallas. Strider managed to get picked up onto Moto, and the Monkey goes down. And we see
Dallas with a clean, quick team wipe, but unfortunately did use Pulse, did not get much value. Feels like they got value anyway, considering they wiped the team. You are running into another Pulse Bomb for Angry Cat, though.
Yeah, I think that's the big fight in this fight. If we can get a Pulse Bomb onto Log, onto White Rain, who has the ultimates nearly online, it can be very, very impactful. Or even a Pulse Bomb onto Zach to force this bomb out early. We'll see what he does here.
Percentage is rising for Dallas, so Washington's going to have to make a move soon, or else this map will go. Guna falls off the map, but Liam's finding a pick, so it's a 4-4 team fight. Moto goes down. There's no pulse bomb for Angry Cat. It goes wide. Dallas is looking all over this point.
Fade is forced from the coalescence in the Moira. Here comes the bomb on the side of Zach. Can they get a touch here? They cannot.
The Cole was just putting too much pressure on Liam and was not able to find that space. But that'll be map 1 going in the side of Dallas.
Honestly, I think the way Dallas played, and they managed to change their team comp up very drastically. From the start where we saw the Winston, we saw the Genji, we saw the Tracer, and the Brig Juno, which is a very aggressive comp that looked at force these engages. And we saw it in this first map on Lighthouse. They struggled to find much damage and much space into this bunker style comp, which they had with the double hit scan. And I think them changing their comp into more of a brawly comp to try and brawl against Washington there actually managed to transform the map completely. I think it got them the fight win completely. I think it was great work from them.
I think it was a great change, but now we're going to have a change of game mode, and so, you know, control off the picture. It is gone. We now have hybrid. We have escort. We have, oh god, it's clash / flashpoint. Keep in mind that for this season, those are connected together. And then, of course, we also have push. Doubt we'll see that. You know, I think the way that Strider was putting on a kind of pretty good showing on Widow, I doubt they want to take it to some of these kind of longer sight lines. So maybe watching out for some escort maps. It is going to be interesting to see where Washington takes us.
I see, if I'm on the side of Washington here, this pick, I think you really have to play into your own strengths. And we saw Washington play quite a bit of the Diva. So I think maybe a map which is more styled towards the Diva would be probably something they're looking forward to going to. I think maybe a Flashpoint. I think maybe a Flashpoint. Rialto. Interesting. So this is definitely a dive-heavy, like, push map on certain areas. And we'll see. I think this could be very interesting in seeing what the team comp is going to be on the side of Washington. I think this could be very interesting.
I am excited to see this, but like you said, this is a dive-heavy map, and Dallas, with, you know, Log and Zach in the picture, they have been known to run this dive a lot. Strider, we've seen no slouch on the Tracer, and so I'm curious to see how Washington will respond to Dallas, no doubt running a dive of their own.
Yeah, I think definitely, as we saw in the previous game on the Ruins, we saw the fact that they wanted to play the Monkey Ana originally, and then of course the counter picks came in, the Diva, and it wasn't really getting much value, the Ana, after the first fight. But I think something interesting is are they going to be able to play this on this map? This map's a bit of a longer sightlines, which may enable the Ana to get a lot more value with the nades and with her the damage from distance, and also the ability to farm up that nano very quickly. And I think it's going to be interesting. What can Washington do to counter that if they do play the Ana? I think that's probably something that is going to be their main focus, because if we're going to be seeing Angry Cat again on the Tracer, can Can he manage to find value? Can he manage to put pressure onto the Ana of Log? And can he see if he can get the pressure down? Because I think that's the most important thing we're trying to see here.
I think for Washington, 2 players that I really want to look out for on this map specifically is going to be Liam and is going to be Moto. Moto is a very good soldier. We saw a lot of great picks coming from him on the last map. And Liam, once, like we kind of already mentioned, once we saw some of that support swap, we saw a lot of success. So those two, you know, changing not only characters but play style is going to be important. I am currently so excited. I see Liam on Zen. If nobody has seen this man play Zen, the dude slaps. This could be dangerous if Dallas is sleeping. I don't think they're going to be that oblivious, but I am excited because Moto's also on the Ashe. So we are going to see a little bit of a change. I wonder how Dallas is going to respond because no team really is running dive.
I agree. I think this map is very much going to come down to the brawl, and I think this is a matchup of an older team comp. We're coming seeing a very classic team comp. We're seeing of the Ana Zen. I think can this Ana Zen beat this Brig Juno in this matchup? And I think it's going to be very difficult for the Zen to get value. I think the Zen is going to be a very important piece in this team comp, and I think it's going to be what we're looking forward to. Can the Zen find picks? Can the Discord orb find value? And I think they definitely will be able to if we can get some good Discord orbs onto the Zarya of Zach. I think that's what we're looking forward to here.
Absolutely trust Zen for Liam, but I don't trust the Moto Ashe because right now he's getting diffed by Strider. One pick going away.
Coming out to Strider there. Great bubble.
We're going to have to see. Card's still getting steady progress. Not a whole lot of defense coming out so far.
Ooh.
There's Liam on the Zen. We knew it was coming.
That's what we need to see from Liam. We need to see that the ability to find that long distance poke. And I think that's what the side of Washington are looking for here with this very poke heavy comp. And Strider again, he is finding value after value on this Widowmaker. He is not being shut down. And Liam, he says no. I am the sniper, and he takes it down. Beautiful work from Liam there. Just to absolutely destroy this long range presence.
This is just long range battle. This is Liam taking on 2 snipers so far. Hopefully it goes well. Dyer gets in the mix and gets a headshot on a Moto.
We see the double sniper comp come out here from the side of Dallas, and I think this can be very dangerous for the side of Washington. And this Zarya is doing so much damage to CP3 right now. He has to live.
Angercat finds Dyer. That is going to be nice. Oh, you cannot grasp a Zarya beam. We saw that last match.
Liam goes down.
This should be where Washington is stopped for now. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Strider already using sight. And now we're going to see the Winston over try and start countering the tank gameplay a little bit.
Indeed, this double sniper comp is super dangerous from the side of Dallas here. And I think that's what we're trying to see CP3 on the Winston do. He's trying to put some pressure onto these snipers and try and force them off their angles, which have quite a lot of value. We're seeing the Transcendence coming up very quickly here from Liam, which is just amazing work. Look at how early he is instead of the ult charge here. He's White Rain almost has the Juno ult, so we might be seeing that as a counter. And oh wow,
somebody needs to stop Strider. Dear Lord.
We can see look at the where, if you can see where Dallas are playing here. They're playing so far back. They're using the space of this map and they're using these open sidelines to their advantage, and they're trying to force Washington into playing onto these open sidelines. We can see Liam doing a very dangerous flank onto the coast. I love this from Liam. Looking for a
it does not work out though. But there is going to be huge.
Here comes the dive onto the high ground.
Fat Zoner coming out, but there's not going to be anything.
CP3 very low here. He's getting healed up.
Strider's back now. I can hear him.
Then we have Stall from the rally. Here comes the rally. Bash onto Angercat. Sleep goes down. Log is sleeping with the high noon. Here comes. We see the Judo will come out from the side of Dallas. Is it enough that Nana comes onto the Angercat? Angercat, look at him. He's going. He's doing so much value right now. Angercat, can he keep it going? Discord onto Zach.
Discord's huge so far. Zach is asleep. They should be able to take him out.
Entering the back line. The Trank comes out. Can they win? They need to win this fight as soon as possible as these regroups are starting to come in here from Dallas. Can Moto see if we can find a pick here? The Bob's in it.
Grab, there's no Trank as well.
And a massive dash. So unfortunate there. We see that. I think the problem with that fight is there was a huge amount of picks coming out of the side of Angercat, but the value is just too late. Too little too late. They just couldn't get enough. The Zarya of Zach was just living thanks to this Brig Juno heals and how they could just keep the brawl alive for so long. When the Brig was alive, they would do so much heals from the side of the Log, and I think that was just crucial in winning this fight there.
But another crucial point is Dallas is ultless. We are going to see Bob and we're going to see Primal coming out from Washington. Primal might just be used to stall, except he goes down. CP is not going to have Primal. They're going to have to use Bob to maybe stall, as now Dallas is looking to push the dagger deeper.
Here we go. Bob onto the cart here.
Luna goes down. They only have Zen heals.
Guy is traded out. Bob is pushing the cart a little bit. We're going to see the force touch by Moto. Moto onto the point. The Juno ring comes out by Zac. Zac looking to get aggressive with his bubble. Strider manages to get a pick. Bubble coming out to the point. The side's coming out on the side of Strider. Angry Cat very low with only the Zen heals.
Ooh, Angry Cat goes down. Liam's probably not long.
Onto the back line. Here comes the Primal Rage. Can he isolate? Dire's forced onto the Tracer as a sole character here. Here comes the second
might be the final nail in the coffin.
Indeed it is.
That is. Oof.
This round, it was accentuated by Strider's excellent work on the Widowmaker. And he just completely made this map super, super easy for the side of Dallas to hold. He was just hitting some great shots, and I think that's going to be a testament to him. He's going to be a great mechanics coming out of him there. Hitting these shots which need to be hit, and he really, really helped his team. Especially this counter pick from the side of Washington.
And now the question becomes, Washington, how do you combat this? Time after time, Strider was able to find massive value, like you were saying. Who are you going to send to go deal with him? Because honestly, we've seen a lot of great peel coming out from Log and White Rain. And so you've got to be wondering, if you're sending CP in, you need somebody with him so that way he can, sustain a little bit longer, have a little bit more pressure, when it really felt like nobody was diving with him. And some of the supports were in different positions. It's going to have to be a different look coming out from Washington.
The core of Dallas here is just so strong. The Brig, the Juno, and the Widow all playing together. It gives the Widowmaker so much more ability to take these aggressive angles, perhaps, or these aggressive positions, which allow her to get these picks into the fight. And because of the way they're playing with the Brig Juno, there is so much peel available with the Brig Juno, with the missiles, with the armor packs, with the Inspire health coming through from the side of Log. And I think that's the key point to notice here, is the fact that the core of Dallas is just getting insane value, incredible value. And let's see, how can Washington combat this? We see the Tracer out of the side of Angry Cat, and we see the Diva out of CP3.
Will this be out behind? Liam spots him out. All right, that was scaring me, I'm not gonna lie. We've seen Dire do some great work. We've been talking a lot about Strider, but Dire's been putting a lot of pressure onto the back line. Liam is the first
going in for the dive on Strider. The whip shot is missed. But see, there we go. The peel from the Brig is just excellent. It's just excellent. Angry Cat can't do much by himself. He just can't find all that value. It's incredibly hard. And I think Angry Cat's getting forced out here, and the recall is forced. And once again, we see an opening pick from Strider onto Liam. And then we see the dive from Angry Cat just can't get the value because he's solo diving. He can't do it against this Brig Juno. I think that's the key point to take from this. The Brig Juno comp is extremely powerful, but Moto with an excellent
huge pick
onto Dire.
Gonna be able to slow down Dallas for even just a second to help the rest of Washington get back in.
Exactly, yeah. Dire plays a crucial role in this comp in providing more damage for the team. With Strider holding the long angles, Dire is there to finish off kills, finish off the body shots from Strider. We see Strider taking the high ground. See what they can do. Angry Cat looking for a bit of a cheeky play, I think. And there we go, Liam. That's
down
how we
again.
get the Liam with a great pick onto Dire. Here comes the hit from CP3. See, the bunker in that top room is just too powerful, though. And they just can't really do much. I think something important to say is look at our ult charges here. White Raid almost on this Juno ult, and Liam also on the Tranquility. Which is going to come first, and who can get the most value out of their ults is very important.
Diva jumping in on the Liam. Trank is not coming before Juno ult because Liam goes down. There is no support on the side of Washington. Zac gets demech, but I don't know if it'll be enough.
CP3 has the bomb here. He's going to use it.
Gonna be able to stay alive too. Get a remake.
Doesn't get anything with the bomb. Angry Cat recall is forced. He's gonna be looking to stall, I believe. These guys, they're looking to find it, looking for stall here. Strider with a massive thing onto Angry Cat. That is incredible. Angry Cat had the pulse bomb in his pocket as well. This is incredible. See, we still have a baby Diva from the side of Dallas here. Here comes the Juno ult.
Zac goes down. There's gonna be no tank, and there's a Trank to help counter the Juno.
The Trank onto the car. It looks like Dallas is looking to try to live throughout the Tranquility, and they just do. They just wait the time. They just stall. Strider with a massive pick onto the Zen here. Angry Cat is back. He has a pulse bomb in his pocket. Can he get any work with it? We see the rally coming out of Log here. We see the rally not quite there for Gunner yet.
Strider again, and they don't touch.
And we don't see a touch out the side of Washington. And once again, I think we're just seeing the excellence of Strider on display. I think that's what we're saying here. I think we're seeing the excellence of Strider, the excellence of the backline out the side of Dallas, and I think that's just it. I think it's clear to see.
I think Strider performed very well in seasons past, but this is a new season and a new team behind him. And I guess a new Widow, because my God, he has been carrying some of these fights.
Indeed. He's been fighting pick after pick after pick, and there has been no response from the side of Washington. And it's hard to see. It's hard to see. They needed to try and find a way to shut down this Widowmaker, and especially as the pick. Can you, Robbie, who's the pick going to now? Who's going to be picking this next map for us?
It is Washington, as viewers at home should have read the rule book. If you didn't, I'm coming for you, and so is Rico. But it is loser's pick, so if you lose round one, always control. It'll always be a team banning one map, another team banning another, and you play the third remaining map. Then after that is a loser pick. You can only play one game mode once per series. In the event of a tie at any point, then you will just go on to the final remaining control point. Fun fact of the day. But we are looking at a 2-0 Dallas lead right now. Washington has push, hybrid, and the classic Flashpoint/Clash to choose from. I'm going to be honest, I do not see them choosing the hybrid option, considering what we just saw Strider do to them.
Yep, I think hybrid is just going to give these long sidelines, and it's just going to enable Strider to get value on the Widowmaker. So I'm very interested to see what map comes out from the side of Washington here, because it really depends on what map they choose and how they're going to affect that and how they're going to change their team comp based around the map. So I think that's something important here. They need to try and shut down Strider on this hit scan. He's getting incredible value. We saw Liam doing it a little bit on the Zen, but it just wasn't enough. Liam was getting a couple picks onto him, but it wasn't enough, really. It just really wasn't enough, which is quite unfortunate.
And I'm thinking that Washington's going to probably go over maybe to the Flashpoint or Clash. That is the closest option that we have to the control that we saw in the first, which the first map was very good. We're going to see a Numbani, actually, so I'm a liar. Get wrecked.
See, this is interesting for me because, in my opinion, this Numbani is going to enable Strider once again to abuse these long sight lines and once again to try and get first picks in these team fights. And the Widowmaker holds so much value in the ability to get these first picks. And especially, this map is a dive map though. We maybe see a Winston coming out, we maybe see a Diva, we maybe see
that's going to be my counter. I am a little afraid for Dallas now because Zach so far has been having a pretty good showing. But when he's played Winston so far in these past couple maps, it has not been looking good. He goes a little too far, and with the support line on Washington, they're able to clean him up pretty quickly. So if you're Dallas, if you were, playing this dive comp, you need to be a little bit more careful of where you're positioning yourself and when you're allowing that aggression to start building up.
Indeed. I think something important is when we saw Washington win on Ilios, we saw them abuse the bunker ideas they're having. So they were playing second. They were trying to punish the mistakes out of Dallas. They were trying to punish the dives. And we saw Dallas switch up their entire ideology here. We saw them switch up their entire idea. And they're aiming for more of a poke style with the Widowmaker coming out Strider. And I think if Washington want to win this map, I think they're going to have to go back to that. I think they're going to have to try and force Dallas to play their game. They need to force Dallas to change their game plan. I need to force them to play a more different style of game where they're trying to force Washington off these power positions, because at the moment it's not going their way. I think they need to try something different and able to get some movement here in this match.
I agree, and one of the things that we haven't mentioned yet is Numbani has had these map changes in the past patch. So the map is going to play typically the same, but we are looking at some differences that might give the edge to some of these teams. I'm curious to see if Washington is able to take advantage of this. We are going to see a Moira Kiri. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that's going to stick, but I'm excited to see it. We are going to see something that I thought was going to be classic. Strider not on the Widow anymore. Strider hanging out on the Soj.
Indeed. I'm personally a massive Sojourn fan this patch. I've been playing a lot of Sojourn and I've had a lot of success in my rank games. And I think the Sojourn here has immense value. The thing is, into this comp, we're going to be seeing Strider's main goal is to once again playing with the core of White Rain, of Log, and he's been looking to farm the railguns and look to get these opening picks. And once again, this is going to be it's a mechanical hero, and Strider, he's on fire right now, and I think he can do that. I think he can farm these railguns very easily with the changed Surgeon here after the patch notes, and I think he can get a lot of value.
It's going to be interesting to see. We are going to have Liam on the Juno. The only difference in the backline is Guna on the Kiri. I am excited to see how Angry Cat just dies. That is crazy.
Yep. The dive coming in from the side of CP3. Gunna gets the TP in. Oh, Gunna's isolated. Use the TP very early there. I think what we saw there is Strider farmed the railgun before the fight began, and he put a railgun shot into Angry Cat when he was rotating through bottom stairs, and then enabled it just for him to be a bash whip shot from the side of Log to kill him.
Ooh.
It was just that simple. It was just that simple.
Not only that, but it seemed like Washington in their engage was a little scattered. It felt like Moto was trying to go through underground. You saw CP just dive in by himself. We kind of just see Washington scatter a little bit. It looks like they're trying to, poke a little bit. They're not even a group of 5 yet. Angry Cat maybe trying to sneak up around the bottom. Get a little pressure into the back line. Maybe find Strider.
That's a massive... See, Liam goes very low here, but the peel comes through from Gunner. Liam able to live the hit from Zach, but Moto goes down to Dire on the low ground. We see the flank coming out from Angry Cat. Angry Cat's recall is forced. He's forced to get out here. Goes back to the Mega. Here we see the hit in from CP3. CP3 onto the brig. The bash used to get away. And we see, look at this. You can see the rotation from Dallas. In the benefit of this brig Juno comp is able to rotate your core so effectively. And we see them just rotate away from the engage from CP3 after the side of Washington.
Washington's still in trying to find something, but they're going to have to leave before CP goes down or after, maybe. As you only have 2 minutes left on the clock, Washington's going to have to figure something out and fast before this gets out of control.
Indeed. I think something important to say is look at the ult charges we're seeing. Look at the Juno gap here. Look at the Juno gap in ult charge. We're seeing White Rain almost up to 90% on the ult charge. We're seeing Liam only at 64. So that Juno ult, that orbital rate is going to be very crucial going into this fight. CP3 very low here. Dive comes in.
This is going to be used very early. This could be dangerous. Liam still goes down. The first death of Dallas.
Zach has overextended it. This gives them a very big avenue for attack here. Strider needs to be punished off this off angle.
Here's the overclock. Here's the Juno ult.
We see the OC. Big pick onto Moto. Dive comes out. Slide. The slide used by...
Ooh, Guna goes down by Strider.
Two from Strider. Strider, he's going to be able to be peeled probably by this brick and the Juno. And the Kitsune is not being able to get any value. Incredible work. We see a 2-for-2 ult trade here. We see the Juno ult and we see the OC coming out the overclock. However, is it going to be worth it? By the side.
Washington didn't get any value from those ults, so honestly, if you're Dallas, you're fine with that. You have 3 more ults to get value from. You can rally and blade, you can dry blade, see if you can find something. If you're Washington, you got to play this very smart and expend very little.
Angry Cat isolated underneath against this Winston. Here comes the blade onto the backline. Gunner goes down.
Finds both.
Down. Riley on the high ground secures it for them. CP3 gets the trade. If they can live here, this could be a very good opportunity. We're seeing the Juno ult, we're seeing the pulse one, we're seeing the visor, and that is the only role remaining from the side of Dallas right now is the Primal Rage. The Primal Rage can be used to stall on the objective or find a pick perhaps onto an isolated target, but it's all going to depend on how this visor and how this Juno orbital rate is used.
You're going to have to be careful with Washington as well because there's only 30 seconds. Now 20. They're going to have to pick an engagement. Here comes Juno on the high ground.
Moving towards the point. Zach under some pressure here. Here's the pulse bomb. Pulse bomb. Big pulse bomb goes onto Log. That is an incredible pulse bomb from Angry Cat here.
Moto's going to find low. This should be Washington taking the point. They're up by 2.
We see
Somebody touched the point. Somebody touched the point.
Oh. I mean, we see. Ooh, Gunner goes very low here. Can Gunner be picked? You see, once again, we see how Moto was isolated with his visor. His team managed to win the fight thanks to a great pulse bomb, but he was isolated and the Primal Rage from Zach came out and it punished his isolation. And I think that's what we're going to be seeing from the rest of this game. Is can CP3 and can Zach use these Primal Rages effectively to isolate targets and use their Tracer / Genjis to punish these isolated targets, and we'll see what gets through here.
It really feels like Dyer and Zach have had a much more coordinated game plan than Washington, CP, and Angry Cat. That both players are doing a pretty good job of positioning, of getting some of this damage off, but it seems as if the coordination for picking a target instead is lacking. It doesn't seem like they're both going in the same direction, but instead they're both kind of just picking individuals and kind of failing because of it.
CP3 with the Primal Rage not available, but so does Strider. He has the overclock. Oh, see, here it is, the overclock.
Here it is.
And he gets some value with it. Pressure comes in from CP3. CP3.
Zach goes down.
Zach goes down without the Primal Rage. The Primal Rage was not ready yet. We see
CP managed to find Strider.
Onto Moto. Moto with the peel. Moto gets peeled for by Gunner and Liam. We see them walking forward here. I think something important to say is, look how fast this Kitsune has been found from Gunner. Excellent work from Gunner to get this Kitsune and get it up very ready, because this Kitsune is going to be faster. It's going to be equal to White Rain's Juno Wall. And let's see, can Liam get his own Juno Wall in time? We see Strider switching onto the cast, and more of a defensive option here. Maybe not trying to look...
Zach going in with very low health. Zach went in too early. The Juno ult wasn't ready, and so now Dallas is down a man. And the pulse bomb again on the log. It's every time Angry Cat has made log his target. Angry Cat's going to go down, but a visor... Well, hold on. Dallas is not done yet.
Massive picks on the side of Dallas. Strider on the cast, able to destroy in this mid-range battle. Gunner very much going to be staggered here. Can they get it out effectively? Gunner goes down. That's a big stagger side of Dallas.
This is going to be two ults, both support ults on the side of Washington, but you are currently running into Blade, Rally, soon to be a quickly built up Deadeye, and soon to be another Primal from Zach. Washington had a great momentum going, but it seems like this is where Dallas wants to put their foot down.
Is this double stop ult enough to stop this Rally? And is it enough to stop this Blade? We have to see. Here comes the dive onto the backline. CP3 putting pressure onto the break. And as you know, here comes the Blade.
There's the Blade.
Comes through onto the backline.
Moto's in trouble.
Dyer gets one pick onto Moto. Recall force from the Tracer. Here comes the Rally underneath. Zach. Dive comes in from side of Zach onto the backline. Got it very low. Here comes the Primal Rage. Got it extremely low. Can he get punished? And then we see Strider cleaning up on the Cassidy. And once again, we're seeing the absolute brilliance of the backline out of Dallas. Their ability to sustain through the first hit from the side of CP3 on the Winston. We're going to see them survive, and we're going to see the Rally popped, and we're going to see force mistakes. We're going to see a big bash coming out. And I think that's been the story of this game, in my opinion. It's been an incredible support game for White Rain and Log. They've been very effective, they've been very well positioned, and they've been very intelligent with their play.
We've seen Log do wonders down in Emerald. We've know Log has honestly been a huge carry, a big reason why Dallas has had so much success for a long time, and now taking his talents up into Ruby. It is great to see, but something important. Washington did get something, right? For a while, it looked like they weren't going to do much, but they were able to get about halfway through point B. So now we're going to see if Dallas is able to swap over. Zach picking the Malga normally doesn't pick that unless he needs to counter something. So I doubt he'll stay on it. I think the monkey will return. But we are going to see Kiri Ana right now in the spawn room as well.
Something interesting, I'll say, is we're seeing a double flex here. We're seeing double flex supports, double flex DPS out of the side of Washington, and this is going to be a lot of damage. I think this idea with the Gunner and Liam both on these flex supports, they can do a lot of damage and they can create a lot of off angles. And I think that's really important to see is can these angles, can they coordinate well enough? Can they find these picks onto the side of Dallas?
It is going to be an interesting combo from Liam and Guna. I wonder if they're going to be able to maintain enough pressure with the DPS that they're putting out. They're going to have to be careful because Zach did stay on the Malga. I'm interested to see.
Underneath angle. They're looking to be forcing the objective here. Angrycat has this great positioning. Dyer goes very low. TP forced out of what?
Dallas is already dropping, but Guna falls early.
The E comes out early from Zach, however. That cardiac overdrive is forced out early, and we get to see Moto has a great angle here to create. Look at that, space he can create, and into this comp with no surgeon on the board, they can create so much value. Dyer's very low here, manages
very
to
low.
Like back.
Ooh, able to get
out.
Let's
see the bunker. They're going to be bunkering down on this backside of point. They're going to be walking up the stairs here.
CP and Liam looking to kind of push him back, but we see Zach. They're flipping the map. Dallas wants to take this aggressive as possible. And we're going to see both teams just kind of fighting to find any space in this.
Moto goes down by Strider. Strider gets 2 on the high ground there. Excellent work. Excellent work from Strider. I think we just, once again, we're seeing we're seeing the rotation, just beautiful rotation from the side of Zach, from the side of White Rain, and the side of Blog. The communication is excellent. I can imagine. They managed to bunker when they lost. They had lost a couple of members there, but they bunkered down, and they know that Washington aren't going to push into this Malga with double support. They don't want to do that. That's extremely dangerous from the side of Washington, and they just punish space off that. We see the Malga forced onto this high ground here. We see the E force early from Zach. Big nade onto
Good nade.
We see the lamp. And here comes the big bash. Susie used other side of Ghana. We see the Aggie Cat now has the OC online. Faster than Strider. Double support up available.
There's going to be a nano blade ready, though. Here's a window.
Zach's very low.
Guna falls down. This anti is huge from Log. Log with one anti might have just shut this map down.
Strider with the nano manages to get 2. And the blade gets 1. I think, once again, we're just seeing the value of the Ana from Log. Like, incredible value with the nade, with the nano boost onto Strider. He used to be able to use, just get so much more damage with the nano boost. And I think that's just excellent gameplay. Now here, no support ults just yet for the side of Washington. And we're seeing a cage nearly from Zach. If Zach can find this cage, it could be all over. Kitsune, plus the OC here.
A mirroring OC, I wonder if it's going to do anything.
Under a lot of pressure, and Crack goes down to Strider. Here comes the lamp from Liam. Liam very low. Here comes the Kitsune of their own from Washington. Donna's very low. CP3 onto the Diva as the stall, and I don't think it's going to be enough. CP3,
I think this is just a
and
quick,
clean
over 3-0. Dallas,
honestly, looking very good.
Huge win for Dallas. This is a team that going into the season, a lot of people kind of had lower on the list, but they stepped up in a big way. I think it's a lot on the back of Strider and Log.
Indeed. I agree. I think the backline was excellent from the side of Dallas, and I think they effectively just look at this beautiful play from Strider on the Sojourn. And I think the backline was incredible out the side of Dallas. They rotate efficiently. They didn't get first pick often, and because of that, they were able to build these supports a lot quicker, and their supports were a lot more valuable in the times they were using them. And I think a great game from the side of Dallas, and it does leave us in an itchy position going into the rest of the season, because can Washington bounce back? Can they manage to find their own type of gameplay? And I think in this match, Dallas played their game. Washington didn't play theirs. They played a game which was forced onto them by Dallas, and I think that's been very interesting to say.
I think a big thing here to remember is it is week 1. These teams are still trying to figure themselves out. But another big thing for Washington is they don't have to play Dallas again in the season. We have these conferences set up, Dallas and Washington in different conferences. So this match will not happen again unless we go to playoffs. So Washington now kind of going to take a step back, look over the footage, kind of figure out what went wrong, and take their next best step forward as they head into week 2. I think that might be it for us. Johan, any last kind of words for what we saw tonight?
I think we just saw absolute beautiful gameplay on the side of Dallas. It's a support line. Once again, I think were absolute magnificent, incredible rotations, incredible ability usage. And I think that really defined this match. A great support line from White Rain and Log, and a great use of the Brig Juno composition. I think that's about it.
I think so. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching. Please keep your eyes out. We will have a match tomorrow, 2 matches on Saturday, and 1 more coming at you on Sunday. That is it for us here on the cast. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Good night.